So can you see my screen now?
Yeah, now it's okay.
Okay. So our today's session is going to start in the furtherance of that DOS and DDoS attack that
Yeah,
we left yesterday.
yeah.
Afterwards, I am going to start with the web application basics.
Mhm.
So yesterday I told you what is a DOS attack, what is a DDoS attack.
Correct.
When the attack is going to be generated from a single source, it is going to be considered a DOS attack. When it
Yeah,
is going to be generated from a multiple source, it is going to be considered as a DDoS attack.
DDoS attack. Right.
So further, I want to clarify certain important key terms in your DDoS attack.
Mm-hmm.
So in DDoS attack, there's a term that is widely used that's called bot.
Bot. Okay.
Yeah. So what happens in DDoS attack? So you can understand this one thing that an attacker would not be able to access n number of systems simultaneously. As DDoS attack, the traffic needs to be generated from n number of systems, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So let me make here. So these are like your multiple systems, n number of systems here. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and this is my target server. And this is the traffic that is being generated. So how would it be possible for an attacker to simultaneously generate all this amount of traffic parallelly? So
Mm-hmm.
what happens exactly is the what attacker does is attacker compromise these systems. Its
Okay.
attacker is going to compromise this system, and this
Okay.
individual system, once it is compromised, it is
Mm-hmm.
called as a bot.
Okay.
This is your bot. Okay.
Okay.
And then and when an attacker is able to compromise
Mm-hmm.
n number of systems as
Mm-hmm.
bots, they collectively are called as botnet.
Botnet. Okay.
Yeah. So botnet is nothing but your network of bot systems.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So how can this thing practically happen is, let's say you must have seen such kind of thing out there, like cracked software versions or hacked mobile app games. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
uh, a lot of mobile games have got their in-app purchases, where they have got their in-app currency. Okay, some kind of a fictitious currency that is used to buy and sell stuff inside that mobile gaming application. That currency is supposed to be earned while playing. So this is a standard thing. A lot of people out there who are not willing to pay for that thing, who are not willing to pay their this national currency in exchange of that
Mm-hmm.
fictitious currency that is going to be utilized in game. So what they
Mm-hmm.
go for is they look for some kind of a cracked version of that game or that
Okay.
application where they are able to get all the all this in-app purchases already done,
Mm-hmm.
kind of things. So there's a game called PUBG that is of much hype nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
You must have heard of that game. So
No, actually, I'm not much fan of game actually.
yeah, PUBG. Maybe you would have seen some kind of a advertisement related to this game,
Mm-hmm.
mobile game. There's a huge gaming fever around this game. Huge number of news are reported. Student have oh sorry, their children have been addicted to these games. Some of them are experiencing mental problems related to this thing as well. Some of
Mm-hmm.
them uh, even committed suicide related pertaining to this game.
Okay.
People are being sleep deprived because of the due to their addiction towards this game.
Mm-hmm.
So suddenly this game out of nowhere, and it gained much of the uh, market share in their mobile gaming. What happened is
Mm-hmm.
that now nowadays there are a lot of cracked version of this game available. Okay,
Okay.
that these advanced weapons are going to be there, advanced skins are going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, these stylish helmets kind of thing. Uh,
Okay.
your cool clothes are going to be there, attires are going to be there. So this is the kind of attire that is going to be only going to be unlocked once you pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let me try searching for PUBG crack, or let's say PUBG ATEX scope hack APK. Okay, PUBG cheat APK download. See,
Mm.
so there are a lot
Yeah.
of mod
Hack.
APKs. Yeah, file free download. It is going to redirect me to some kind of an or it is going to prompt me to download some kind of an APK. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
what all this is happening is these attackers are going to bind their malware into these applications. It can be an
Mm-hmm.
APK file, it can be an executable file, Windows based
Mm-hmm.
executable, Android based executable, Linux based executable. It can be your Mac based, your in your Mac OS. That the file extension is your Maco, or what we can say, uh, MACHO, Maco
Okay.
files. Yeah. So what they do is they bind their malware in these trending applications, which are trending in the search terms around the globe in Google. So as to a lot of people are going to download this kind of crack files. That does not mean that this crack application is going to work fine, or it is going to serve its main purpose.
Okay.
Okay, so this does not mean that this PUBG hack application is actually going to provide whatever it is claiming to be. So it is claiming you that it is going to provide ATEX scope or whatever thing. The only purpose for this application is to get executed in your phone. That's all. Once it's executed, you can remove this application. But what is going to happen? Your device is going to be compromised. Okay, and
Okay.
it is going to be a reverse connection is going to be sent to the attacker, and the attacker would be able to remotely control this device.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and the attacker is
Okay.
not going to perform any kind of suspicious activity to create any kind of suspicion. Okay, why? Because the attacker is going to only utilize this device to generate some kind of a flooding traffic whenever he wants to perform a DDoS attack.
Okay.
Okay, now there's another term. So I explained you
Mm-hmm.
botnet. Okay, the nexus of these devices. All of these things are managed by a CNC. So CNC is your command and control center,
Okay.
and this command and control center is operated by the attacker. This attacker is going to send the command to CNC, and then CNC is going to forward that command to the bots, and these bots are going to act as of when they are going to receive any command from the command and control center. This whole process is done just to allow this attacker to remain anonymous.
Okay.
Okay, so as to he is not directly involved in the scene, this
Mm-hmm.
whole setup is created. These devices can be individually located in various geographical locations. So one device can be located in US, the other one can be in UK, okay, the
Mhm.
another one can be in Germany, let's say, another one can
Mhm.
be somewhere in China, the other one can be somewhere in, let's say, Tibet,
Mhm.
okay. Some of the devices can be located in India. They are going to be devices here,
Mhm.
okay. And this CNC can altogether be placed in some different country. Let's say it is in somewhere in Russia,
Okay.
okay. So this is how practically a DDoS attack is carried out.
But this CNC is what? It's also a PC or what?
Yes, it's a PC, it's a system, it's a command and control center. At the end of the day, see, this server is also a kind of a PC, right?
Correct.
Yeah. At the end of the day, you are going to have
So,
some kind of
so
a user.
let's say the user is sitting in, for example, he is sitting in US. Okay, the attacker. He
Okay.
has a cloud-based PC hosted on one of the server in Russia,
Yeah,
and
right.
like whatever he makes, like the CNC. I mean, now I don't have the idea like what exactly it will be, but it is like a PC where there will be a command thing running, and is
Control
it's
panel on
trying
top.
to, yeah, and let's say there are multiple mobile or the app which has been downloaded by multiple users from that APK what he has shared on his blog, for example. Okay, so as
Yep,
soon as
yep.
as soon as it is downloaded, he will find out, like let's say this yesterday last day we saw this, grab it. Similarly, he will get this information that somebody has downloaded his URL, and this is the mobile version, this is so and so, correct?
Right,
And then
absolutely.
he, based on that, he will start getting the reverse connection to that device, and then when and how he wants, he will try to send the request to that device. Now, only my
Right.
one point I need to know, like whatever is sending, what these phones are connected, like this server, the main server, let's say what that will be, as an example, like in that case it will be that gaming machine or what it will be.
Uh, are you talking about this server at the right?
Yes, yes, exactly. What will be
So
this then?
this can be your arbitrary target, whatever that attacker wants to destroy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, whatever
To
this
my phone it
attacker,
will
yeah, what is going to
be.
happen is that the traffic is going to originate from these resources.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only scenario. But this
Mm-hmm.
target is
Mm-hmm.
going to be dependent upon this attacker's will.
Correct.
Whatever he wants, he can.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and the
Okay.
source of all the requests are
Mm.
going to be these individual devices.
Correct.
Okay,
Got it.
so so as to the target does not get defended or is not able to defend against this by simply blocking a single IP address.
Mm.
Okay.
Correct, because multiple from multiple IP it is coming.
Yeah.
Just as a curiosity, if such thing happens, how the DDoS attack will be like rectified or restored, or
Yeah,
it
so
would be
you are talking
stopped
about
in
the
that case.
mitigation steps, right?
Yes.
So as for mitigative steps, there can be a lot of things that can be performed. So the first one is, you can say, accept your defeat. Just a second, Yusuf. Just a
Yeah.
second. Yeah. So I was telling you the mitigative steps,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
So the thing that can be done is accept the defeat. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, let this DDoS turn everything, shut down everything. Okay, and let this DDoS pass away. So most probably that DDoS is going to last for 10 to 15 minutes, 30 minutes, or what's say 1 hour. You
Mm-hmm.
uh, shut down all your system, or otherwise, what you can do is there are technologies like apps or web app firewalls. Okay, so there are some web app firewalls. I believe I showed you one example yesterday. That was your uh, Akamai
Alkaline.
firewall.
Akamai, yeah.
Akamai. Yeah. So there are a whole lot of firewalls out there. You must have seen Cloudflare firewalls. Okay. What they does is they sit right. Let me show it to you here. So they sit right in front of this server.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And whatever traffic is destined to this server is going to
Mm-hmm.
first pass through this web firewall.
Mm-hmm.
And the web app firewalls are configured this way that they are going to disallow all of these malicious packets. All of these packets are going to be disallowed, and simultaneously, if some kind of a legitimate request is made, that is going to be allowed to pass. So
Okay.
these firewalls, they specifically claim that they are going to provide protection against DOS attacks. It would be mentioned here itself. Yeah, here during a DDoS attack, rate limiting can be calculated by modifying WAF policies. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so one of the purposes of WAFs is to control or mitigate the DDoS attacks.
But
So this
let's say this is like web-based firewall, right?
yeah,
But what about the physical box, like physical box which we are using, the firewall in that case? Will that not serve the purpose?
they are also going to serve the purpose. So we are going to discuss the types of firewalls.
Mm-hmm.
So as of now, let me give you a brief. So there are you're talking about those physical firewalls
Yes,
that
exactly.
networks. Okay, so there can be your IDS systems, your IPS systems, intrusion detection systems, intrusion prevention systems, firewalls. All of these systems are available in your hardware based and software based as well. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
there can be your NIDS and NIDS. There can be your HIDS. So all of these things collectively are going to help in mitigating these network based attacks. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
you must be aware of that these firewalls are not able to operate above that transport layer of that OSI model.
Yeah.
Okay, for that reasons we have got this new web application firewalls. So that is the essential difference between web application firewall and your traditional firewalls. So
Okay.
these firewalls are only of going to be your use uh, when you are willing to filter anything up to your transport layer. It
Hmm.
can be it can be used to filter your these network any packets, segments, datagrams, frames. Okay, so more additional features. So it is not like that these firewalls are not going to prevent you the DOS or DDoS attacks. Definitely they will. Okay,
Hmm.
definitely they will. Okay, but these maps provide you additional functionality along with that. They prevent you against your much well-known web application attacks. Let's say
Hmm.
SQL injection, for example. SQL injection is not going to be prevented by this traditional firewall, but it is going to be
Yeah.
prevented by your web application firewall.
Web application firewall.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I just typed Cloudflare. Okay. I just typed web application firewall. You can see here the search term, application
Mm.
firewall, and I clicked on the first upcoming link on my Google search, and you can see here the landing page for this Cloudflare is your DOS, everything related to DOS, 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 DOS.
Mm.
What is DDoS? What is DDoS botnet? Common DDoS attacks, DDoS tools, glossary, famous DDoS attacks, okay, and some other web-based attacks, which is cross-site scripting, CSRF, SQLI, okay, and yes, one of the important thing that I just mentioned you is mentioned here as well. It says WAF is a protocol layer 7 defense in the
Yeah.
OSI model. Okay. and it and is not designed to defend against all types of attacks.
Yeah.
It is not designed to defend against all type of attacks. Okay. So you can see that everything related to web application and your
Mm.
DOS is going to be served by the web application firewall, and
Mm-hmm.
everything rest is going to be defended by the physical or your hardware based or your software based firewalls.
Yeah.
Okay. Clear?
Okay.
Is this thing clear to you?
Yeah, it's clear.
Okay.
But then in nowadays, like if we go with web-based firewall, then
Yeah.
the necessity of physical box is not required, right?
So no, this is not true. That's what I just read here. It said that WAF is not designed to defend against all type attacks, and
Mm.
it is a layer 7 defense.
Okay, so only for layer 7 it will protect, but rest we have to still have the firewall.
Yeah, right.
So basically only for like the web applications or the web servers, we redirect that through the cloud web-based firewalls, but the rest it has to be like it will be like for them it will be like two layer. Other traffics can be one layer like that, like
Single.
only yeah, single layer.
Talking
Yeah,
about the firewall, keeping this mind, keeping the network architecture simple, we are going to say that it's going to be a single layer defense. Although
yeah,
it is way too complex, practically, there are
yeah,
going to be multiple layers otherwise as well. Your NIDS is going to be there, your
yeah.
IPS system is going to be there. Okay, so
Correct.
let's make those things up now. In simple terms, we can say that in case of WAFs, it's going to be double layered, and in
Yeah.
case of firewalls, traditional firewalls, it's
Single.
going to be single layer, right?
Mm.
So that was about your uh, DOS and DDoS
Okay.
botnet. Okay, let me show you. What should I show you? HPing 3, right? I'll show HPing 3 to you. So to run a DDoS, it's very simple. The command is your hping 3 followed by your minus minus flood flag, FLOOD, followed by your port number, the target port number that you want to target. Okay, so let's say I want to target port number 169. Afterwards, I can mention the flag. Okay, so minus V is for your verbosity, that give me output. what are you doing? Show me the output. Okay. Meanwhile, let me open my Wireshark. Wire okay. Press enter. Before that, let me see. IF config. If my network interface system start.
System control restart. Okay. What was the previous on the first command line? What was that? I flood, the one which you put.
Yeah, I have not yet executed it. Before that, I was
Yeah.
just uh, checking my interface. Okay,
Okay.
and so when I did an IF config, I saw that my interface was not showing here. So I
Mm-hmm.
just simply restarted my network manager using this command. Okay, then I can see that in my IF config, my Ethernet interface is now up, and I
Okay.
have been allocated an IP address. Now what I did was I opened my Wireshark. Okay, using this command Wireshark space enter, and let me open it again, Wireshark, so as to I can monitor the traffic, whatever traffic is being uh, transferred, or whatever traffic is being leaving or coming through this interface. Now I am going to start my DOS attack, because I'm not going to take any kind of a legitimate target here, so it would not be able it is not going to be able for me to prove that I have performed a DOS attack, because no target is going to be powered down. So but I can show you that all suddenly a huge number of packet increases can be seen in a capture.
Yeah, I just want to know like this H ping 3 flood. What is this command line? I mean, this is for to test the DDoS. I mean, the DOS attack, or what it is exactly? What is this
So
679?
okay, yeah, so okay, start from the beginning. So this is your inbuilt utility, Kali's inbuilt
Okay.
utility. Its name is hping3. Let's say I don't know how to use this command. I'm going to type hping3 space hyphen hyphen help,
Uh-huh.
enter, and I can see whole lot of flags here that can be used. Okay, as of now I want to perform the flood. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type hping hyphen hyphen flood to start sending packets as fast as possible. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
then I want to mention the destination port that I want to target. So let's say I'm targeting a HTTP port
Yeah.
80, and I want to see minus capital V is for verbosity. I can see the same thing in my help menu as well. Let me see, where is it mentioned? Here it is. Minus V is for verbose mode. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Minus flood is for send packets as fast as possible. Okay. Minus C is for your packet count. But as of now, I am not going to mention anything. So afterwards, I can simply type my target IP address here. Uh, so this IP address is not present in my network,
Mm-hmm.
but still, just for demo purpose, I have entered it here. Press enter. It says hping in flood mode. No replies will be shown. Let me go to my Wireshark. Let me see if I can see some kind of a increased packet capture here. So So you can see here an increase in ARP packets. Who has
Yeah,
this IP?
broadcasting,
Yeah.
broadcast.
Why? Because actually this IP address, if that is not present here, so first
Uh-huh.
of all, an ARP request is going to be generated, right? To know the
Yeah.
MAC address related to this IP address. So
Oh,
that's why it is constantly generating this ARP requests here. Okay, that who has this IP address? Tell this. What I can do, I can run this command by mentioning the count as well. Okay, minus C, that I want this much number of packets to be sent. Press
yeah.
enter. Let's see here. I can type ARP here, and at the bottom I can see my displayed packets are increasing. 124, 26, 28, 130, 132, 134. Actually, I am performing all of these things in a VM machine. That's why it's a bit slow.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it would have flooded to about 1 lakh packets within 2 to 3 minutes.
Uh-huh.
Okay. But you can
Okay.
see that this request is what we are generating.
Okay.
Okay. Now, as I have closed or stopped that ARP flooding, you can see
Uh-huh.
here that my displayed packet has stopped increasing. It's 1%.
174. I think my screen is not refreshed.
So
It's 174 now.
let's proceed further.
Okay. Hello. 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 Hello.
Yusuf, can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Okay. So I can perform the same thing against a website as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All I need to do is I just need to put the target IP address as the address of the website.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see your screen. You just send me this link now.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do is let me take some kind of website here. Okay. Let me try running this thing against the target link. Unable to resolve. No problem. What can we do? We can simply try pinging this thing up. Name or service not known. Ping. Can try doing this thing. Okay. Let's get this IP address. Click on here. Paste it here. Let's check out in a Wireshark. Let's see if there is some kind of increase in the packet output. We can see 26,000, oh, sorry, 3 lakh packets. You can see the huge number of
Yeah.
packets.
Yeah.
Around about 4 lakh packets have been sent.
Correct.
All of these are targeted to this my target IP address that I have mentioned. 5 lakh 60,000 packets have been sent. Okay.
6 lakhs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me close this thing up. So it mentions me here that around about 7 lakh packets, 6 lakh 80,000 packets were sent using this tool.
Yeah.
Let me try opening this website. Let's see if it's still working. So this thing is still working. Okay, so it would be more of a renowned website there in Pakistan. But you can understand that if I'm going to run this same command 4 to 5 times, or let's say I'm running this command from at least 5 systems, okay, that's very easy for me. If I'm in my corporate network, I would be having access to 5 machines very easily, and I
Yeah.
kept on running this command for at least 15 to 20 minutes from 5 to 10 machines. Within that time, this very easily.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's all about your DDoS attacks. Okay, so you got a good picture of how to paint this picture of DDoS attack, how you can perform one. There are a lot of other tools that are out there in the market. I have mentioned them in my notes. Okay, there are GUI based tools as well. Okay, it depends upon whatever suits you. You can try.
Okay.
So now let's start with the next module. Okay.